What's up, grapplers? I'm Marshall from Artechoke Media. We're here at Steel City South. I want to show you a couple things that I've been working on that I think you might find pretty interesting. So I've been working on bellying down, so ways to attack bellying down, and then kind of the flip side of that, how to belly down safely. So in this video, we're going to look at some basic attacks you can do when someone's turning away from you. These are pretty fundamental ideas. It shouldn't be too mind-blowing, but there's still opportunities that people miss because they're so simple, because they're so basic. So let's break this down real quick. So I got Paul in side control. Here we go, and turn towards the camera. Perfect. So I got Paul in side control. So a common strategy in side control for the person on top is to put enough pressure on your opponent that they want to turn away from you. Because if Paul's turning away from me, it's a lot harder for him to attack me because most of his tools are going away, which is pretty good. So the tricky thing about that, though, is if Paul's explosive, the opportunity to attack him when he's turning away can go by pretty quick. It can be a pretty small window. So there's two major things I want to look for when somebody turns away. The first one is a clock choke. So Paul's here. He's got looking for a basic head and arm side control. Maybe my shoulder pressure is what got Paul starting to turn. So Paul starts to turn here. I'm just going to follow him. Now as Paul turns, my left hand here, the one under his head, automatically starts looking for this collar, even before he's all the way down. So as soon as Paul starts bellying down, I'm on that grip. So I'm going to turn a little bit. I've got this grip right away. And I can start isolating this wrist. I can start sitting out into my clock choke here. Now that opportunity goes by fast, so you have to kind of drill to attack the transition. And that's another thing that's kind of been coming up a lot for me as I've been trying to get better, is that a lot of the opportunities for attacks and submissions and sweeps occur in those gaps between positions. This is a great example. So Paul, back in the back for me, please. So again, I'm getting pressure on Paul here. He's feeling like he needs to escape this, so he starts to turn away. As he's turning, even right about here, I'm already looking for that collar, especially if he's not blocking it. Boom, so as he comes up, even as Paul's settling, I'm dropping right into that clock choke. Okay? So I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on how to finish the clock choke. People better than me have taught it, so I'm sure you can find it. So that's option number one. And as I'm looking for that clock choke, the other thing I'm looking to do is set my first hook. So this one's a little sneakier, but if Paul goes to belly down, I'm gonna start bellying. Right about, we'll do that slow. So as Paul's turning away, right here, he opens up a gap in his hip. So go and turn a little bit for me, Paul. Put your head over here. So this gap right here, as his hips come up to assume the turtle position, I have an opportunity to put my hook in. So the tricky thing is when I'm doing that, I have to kind of set the opportunity early. Because if I wait too long, Paul's going to ghost on me. So Paul, go back down on your back. So I'm coming in here. As Paul's turning, the foot that's going to be the hook, my left leg in this case, is going nice and tight to his back. So I'm folded up here, so my shin's right in line with his spine. So that way as he turns, I can just thread that foot in right away, real quick. It's something that can be easy to miss, but it's also an awesome opportunity to get that first hook. Now you're in a lot better position, you're attacking that turtle. So we're gonna actually do a weird thing, turn our bust towards the camera here so maybe you can see this a little better. Yeah. So Paul's turning. My foot right away in his spine here, so you see that foot as it turns, right, it's right inside. And I want to pull it up, pull it back on top, and attack. So those are two really simple options for attacking the belly down if Paul's not making the correct transition, making the safe transition, but people miss them all the time. So play them a little bit, and I think you'll find a pretty good success rate with them.